Welcome to PLZ Soccer's fixture preview of the SPFL. First one, Tam, we're going to look at Rangers and Kilmarnock. It's the first time Michael Beale's have to prepare for a game after coming out of a defeat. He'll have to get the fans and the players back on side for this one. Yeah,
well, listen, I think they've got to bounce back. I think he's took a lot of criticism. I think he knows now what it means to be a Rangers and Celtic manager. They lost their first game. You know, it's as if it's the end of the world. We've run a good run before that.
Yep.
I think they're fortunate they're playing Kilmarnock at home, who are, I think, the worst team in the league away from home. They should win that game comfortably, and I don't see any lingering hangover for the final.
Ruffy, last summer Rangers made 7 signings. All of them have missed 43% of all games available. Are we starting to see now, is it becoming more apparent that they do need some guys in there, 3 or 4 good signings to make things work again?
Yeah, generally he said he wants a bit of youth in the pool, you know, and generally youth stays away from injuries. I think the older you get, you pick up injuries, and that's been noticeable with 3 or 4 of the players that he's got. So I think that's the kind of players that we'll be wanting to identify.
From a Kilmarnock perspective, is it easier or harder to play a team rather that's come out of a final against your rivals and lost?
Yeah, they're going to be down, but they've still got the quality of players, you know, on the day. As Tam said, they're not at Rugby Park. You know, they're at home in front of their fans who'll get behind them. As Tam's already said, Kilmarnock are dreadful away from home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't see any shocks here at all.
What are we going for?
Score? I went Rangers to win 3-0.
3-0 for me. 3-0 as well, yeah. Right. Dundee United and Aberdeen. Well, we thought it was going to be Craig Levein, Tam, but now it's Jim Goodwin. Just 32 days after he was sacked by Aberdeen, he's in the job, and lo and behold, that's who he's coming up against.
Yeah, it's incredible how football works.
Yes.
You know, his first game back's against Aberdeen. You know, he's just been sacked here a few weeks ago after being on a dreadful run. You know, who would put it past him to beat them in his first game? It's going to be a big crowd there. It's a Saturday night game. I think Aberdeen have sold 2,000 or 3,000 tickets. They're bringing a big crowd.
Can you imagine the reception?
Yeah, he's going to get slaughtered. Yeah. I think he's going to get slaughtered. But at the end of the day, if they win, you know, you might go up to them and give them a bit back. Who knows? But I think it was an odd one, personally. Yeah. You know, I think I would have maybe went for somebody else, but you know, Jim's put himself back in the firing line. This is it for him. I think if he goes in there and he can repair his reputation, you know, if he keeps him in the division, if Dundee United go down, I don't see where he goes for there.
What can he do differently at Dundee United, roughly, than what he did at Aberdeen, do you think?
Well, he'll know that. He'll know the mistakes he's made, and he did make some mistakes at Aberdeen, so he'll be hoping they can rectify that at Dundee United. But it's a new manager in the dressing room, it's a new manager with different ideas. I mean, the only way they can go is up. You know, well, no, I suppose they could go down as well. But he'll be thinking, he'll not be looking about going down, he'll be looking about, I can get in here and get a couple of wins and take them up, and they need the wins desperately.
And Graham Shinney from Aberdeen says they've got a wee bit of momentum after the Livingston game. They need to be where they want to be. Is where they want to be competing for third, Tim?
I don't think this season, but eventually, I think third's. I think Hearts will finish third this season. I think Aberdeen, you know, it's a bit of turmoil. I think Hearts should finish third with the players, the squad they've got, the budget they've got. But it's up to Barry Robson to keep winning games. You know, he's done okay at Aberdeen. He's won a few games. He's a tough game, obviously, at Celtic. But if he goes to Tannadice and wins again, then he's really putting himself in the picture to get that job full time. What
are we going for then?
I went for Dundee United to win. I just think they'll get a wee bounce. I think they'll get a wee bounce off Goodwin. I think they thumped Aberdeen 4-0 or something early in the season at Tannadice, didn't they? So I'm going to go for 2-1 to Dundee United.
Right, Ruffy?
No, I think it'd be that convincing. I think I've sat in the fence in this one. I think I've went 1 each.
Right then, Hearts and St Johnstone. They've had a while to prepare for this one, Ruffy. A week off there. Can that sometimes make you second guess yourself almost?
No, I think Hearts needed it, because I think they were on a wee bit of not a drastic wobble, but you know, not playing in the way they had been playing and winning games quite comfortably. They were struggling through games, so they've got home advantage now, give their players a chance to, if any injuries are going about, so no, that wee break will do them well.
How big is this next 4 games, Tam, coming up? Because they've obviously got St Johnstone, a double-header against Celtic, and then they're away to Pittodrie. Yeah, I think it is important. I think that Hearts, you know, they've had a little rough patch, you know, poor result against Motherwell. They've had a lot of time to dwell on that, as Ruffy says. They should be getting a few players back from injury to boost the squad. I don't see them having any problems at home to St Johnstone. I think they'll win the game. Hibs are going to be their closest challengers, I feel. I think they're starting to get players back as well. Kukurevich and Nisbet are available tomorrow, as we'll probably speak about. But Hearts need to keep winning games, because I still don't think there's a lot of Hearts fans totally and 100% convinced with Robbie Neilson. Do you think it's not third isn't in their hands? Do you think they're going to get it? Do you think there would be anybody that would really steal off them?
I think the only one possibly is Hibs. Right. I think if they can put a run together, but Hibs have got Livingston, then they've got Celtic, Rangers. So, and you said that Hearts have got Celtic as well coming up back to back. So there might be an opportunity for somebody else to come through in Aberdeen perhaps to maybe put pressure on them, but I do think Hearts will finish third and Hibs will be pushing for them.
Well then, Russell, St Johnstone not appealing Dan Phillips' red card, but he said he's going to switch up the team anyway. Is it important to do that to keep players on their toes?
Yeah, I think so. I just don't know how big a pool he's got to do that. There's certainly positions there that he'll want to sort of a change. He'll want his forwards to try and score some goals, which would take the pressure off them, but I see only one winner here at the weekend, and I think I've went Hearts 2-0.
Hearts 2-0, what did you say?
2-0 as well.
2-0 as well, right. Livingston and Hibernian. I start with Livingston, that's it, try to get points on the board. Some Livingston players will be looking to get their contracts extended by the end of this season, Tam, but David Martindale says he doesn't know what budget he's going to have, doesn't know if he can afford his captain still. Is that the unfair thing about the Premiership?
I think it's an unfair thing about being a manager of Livingston. I don't think they've got a lot of money to hand out, 2 and 3 year deals, unfortunately for them. They're another club like a Ross County or a Kilmarnock that's year to year, maybe 2 year at most. They can't plan long term because they might have a bad season and they might get relegated. So, I think Livingston, he needs to try and get his better players tied down. I think that's what he's obviously going to try and do now. But I don't think there's a large pot of money in there. And it could be that the top 6, if they finish in the top 6, could be the difference between them signing maybe 2 or 3 of them.
Ruffy Tam said that Hibs will be challenging for third. Do you think that as well? It could be a 3-horse, 3-4-horse race?
I think the form that they're on now, but this is a wee test for them. I think going to Livingston's always a test for people going there. But if they were to go there and maybe win, comfortably, they'd be on a charge, and they would see Hearts in their sight. So they've just got to go ahead and try and win that game. I just don't know. I think Livingston still do particularly well against teams like Hibs, and they've done it against Hearts, got a draw. Yeah. So I've went 1 each in this one. 1 each. Tam, 20-year-old Will Fish has come into the side as well. Nisbet's back. Is this the kind of springboard that Hibs are going to need? Good time in the season to have it? You're not going to use your pun. He hasn't looked out of place. Always in form, always there. No, I think I think when he first came in he wasn't playing, but Bashiri injured, Porteous leaving. It's opened up a space for him. He scored a couple of goals. He's got a few clean sheets. He's playing well with Hanlon. So, no, I think he's doing really well at the minute. Him and Hanlon. What did you say for that one? Sorry. I fancy Hibs. I'm going to go for Hibs 2-1. 2-1 Hibs, right. Then Ross County and Motherwell, my game this weekend, making the trip to Dingwall. But Motherwell are 3 points clear of County at the minute. Motherwell just secured themselves a point after a 90th minute equaliser. Are they still in a position where they can look behind and forward, or do you feel they're still kind of worried about what's the drop almost? No, I think they have to worry about what's behind them. Yeah. Obviously if they were to go up there and get 3 points, it would take a wee bit of pressure off, but certainly a defeat would put them back into it again. Ross County are going to be flying with that result they had last week. So they'll see that as a possible 3 points as well. So I've actually went for Ross County. I think they'll be bouncing, after that. I know it was only Dundee United they beat, but I thought Motherwell were a wee bit fortunate in getting that late goal. It was a good goal, right enough. So no, I've went Ross County to win 2-1. Is this a must-win for Ross County, Tam? Because they've got Livingston, Celtic, St Johnstone, Aberdeen, then Hearts. I don't think it's a must-win just yet, but I think with the boost they got beating Dundee United last week and getting themselves off the foot of the table, it would be great to back it up. We've got a guy in form, Eamon Brophy. St Mirren fans must be wondering where that player was at St Mirren. Yeah. He didn't do it at all at St Mirren, but he's went to Ross County and he's 2 goals and 2 assists last week. Yeah. You can't ask for any more than that. He's hot at the minute, so he might just be the difference between them, staying up and going down. What are you going for? I think there's going to be goals in this game. I've went for 2 each. 2 each then, right. Tomorrow we've got St Mirren and Celtic Tam. They've done it once in Paisley. Can they do it again against a flying Celtic team? No, simply because I don't think Ange Postecoglou will make the same mistakes he did the last time. Right, yeah. Which was to rest a bundle of players just before an international break. It was madness. I still give St Mirren credit for winning the game, but Celtic had a lot of players that day that were undercooked, weren't they ready? Aaron Moy being one of them. I think Celtic will go full strength, and I think they'll just keep motoring on, and I think they'll win that handsomely. I'm going to go for 4-0 to Celtic. 4-0, right. Ruffy Robinson said that doesn't agree with you there. The win against Celtic's not the only game he's going to take encouragement from, but the last 2 defeats against Celtic, it's not really reflected the performance on the park. No, they were doing okay until they get a player sent off, and then obviously Celtic just ran over the top of them. He'll be saying to his players, look, remember, we won 2-0 here, and the good things about that game, but I think Celtic will be too strong. I think in every department they'll want to keep the juggernaut going, and I think they'll win. I don't think they'll win 4-0, but I think they'll possibly win 2-0.
2-0, right, okay then. Quiz time, ready? No told him answers this time, right? So, first question. Who was the first player to be booked on Sunday's cup final?
Greg Taylor?
No.
Right, you don't get another guess.
You don't get another guess, right. Let him guess.
I would say...
Give you a clue, wasn't it?
Lundstrom.
Correct.
Was.
Lundstrom, right, 1-0.
Well done.
Right, I've actually told you this answer in this. So, how many days ago was Jim Goodwin sacked by Aberdeen?
35.
No. I said it.
Did you get more? I think I've got X-rays. 23.
32.
Oh, I'm the nearest.
Oh, that's the nearest, right? 2-0 nearest. Right. Which former Celtic player will be named in the Republic of Ireland squad this month?
Mikey Johnson.
All right, 2-1, quick.
I know that 'cause I spoke to the manager.
That's inside knowledge. Who wears number 14 for Rangers?
Morelos.
No.
No, it's not.
Tick, tick, tick.
Tillman.
No. Ryan Kent.
Oh.
Right. Who is Livingston's top goal scorer?
Bruce Anderson.
Yeah. That was 2 each then.
2 each.
Two each.
Tiebreak.
Happy with that. No, I'm happy with 2 each.
Just happy 2 each. Taking the point.
Such a loser. Happy with a draw.
Right, you can join us next week. We'll have another round of fixtures to look forward to. And don't forget, you can join Peter and Tam later today, actually, on the Saturday Football Show from 4 till 6. They'll keep you updated right across the Premiership. See you next week.